Welcome back to another Persona 5, the Phantom X video on the channel. The global launch of the game is very soon, and I mean very soon. From the time of recording, it's 8 hours away. Now, in this video, we're going to break down how and what you should use your 5-star selectors on. So, they are basically going to be giving you two choices of 5 stars, okay? You're able to get 2 5 stars, and then you're able to dupe one out. So in total, they're giving you 3 free 5 stars, and then also 2 5-star weapons. So we're going to break down what exactly you should choose and how you're going to be getting all of them. I have a little bit of a request first. I really appreciate all the support, and if you guys could get this to 100 likes before we actually start streaming, that would be great. I plan on giving away $50 when we get to 100 likes. Damn, Freudian slip. But I plan on giving $50 when we get to 100 likes. And this is going to be live, and I might actually give more if we get to 100 likes before I start stream. So check that out down below in the description and streams. And I want to also just give myself a shout out real quick and just say I've been posting a lot of Persona videos. I posted 5 in 24 hours. And I just want to just say that you should check out the videos that I posted before, because some people don't even realize I posted a reroll guide because you don't get the notification, because when you post more than 3 in a day, it doesn't give it to you. So just real quick, I want to say, check out my past videos and see what videos you actually would need from the past videos I made on Persona and the future ones. So like and subscribe for more. Now then, these are the 5 stars in the game. And the standard banner units are Yaoling, Morgana, and I reset it. Yaoling, Morgana, An, Ryuji, and Haruna. So these are the 5, and we're going to talk about which ones you should select from this list. Now, it's mainly going to be for the 5 stars, Morgana, An, and Ryuji. However, the dupe includes Yaoling and Haruna, and also it's going to include another 5-star too that's not out yet, but will be out very soon. It also was already leaked, or data mined. Which kind of leaked? I don't know. It's already data mined. So, Luful's business plan actually gives you one when you finish the part 1. So, this is something in my mistakes video that I said, please keep up to date with Luful's plan. Because when you're done part 1, you're going to get a 5-star that you could select for free, for absolutely free. So, you could get either Morgana, you could get Ryuji, or An. Now, at this point, also, I'm going to keep this in here. You're going to get to this first. What is this? It's a beginner banner that allows you at the end of 50 pulls. Sorry, at the end of 50 pulls, it's going to cost you, where is it? I think it says it somewhere. Yeah, here. It's going to cost you 40 future fates to do 50 pulls because it's discounted. And you could select between Morgana, Ryuji, and An at the end. However, you could also get lucky. And on this banner, in those 5 multis that you do, get a standard banner unit, including all of these besides Joker. So keep that in mind. Now, obviously, between the 3, let's say you pull Ryuji, then you could just pick An from this and then get Morgana on the selector, and then you have everyone. However, if you don't get that, if you don't get Ryuji, the 2 best in order, in my opinion, would first be An, second Morgana, third Ryuji. So this banner's first. So in my opinion, you're going to get An. However, obviously, for the character part, it doesn't end because there's also the dupe, which we have to talk about. So why I think An is because she has the least fall off between these 3 units, okay? An is going to stay good and stay relevant, and I think long term, if you're really trying to invest into this game, it's worth to get An first and maybe even a dupe in her, but we're going to talk about that. I think starting off with An is better. If you don't have a DPS, just get An, you have your DPS, and there you go, right? It's kind of obvious because then Luful's given to you for free, but An you could get here, so you could have An and Luful together, and Luful's like a healer and a damage support. So I would get An from the beginner banner because this one you're going to finish first. And then from here, I would pick Morgana. And if you already have Morgana and you already have An, one or the other, then you pick Ryuji. Okay, make sure you have all 3. They say Morgana over An, but just because of that long-term amount, just also because, well, you're going to get both, but it's mainly for the fact that you want to start off with your DPS and you're already going to probably have Luful. So that's kind of my logic in my head, but let me know. It doesn't matter which way you do it, but just get An and Morgana by the end of the day, all right? Now that we're done that, you have the beginner banner, 5 multis, and then afterwards, here, it's also standard pulls, and then here, it's finishing part 1. I'm going to put the link down below for this document because I think it's very important. Next up, this is the dupe. So you're able to get an awareness for either Ryuji, Morgana, An, Rin, Riddle, and Marion. Now, the thing with Marion is she's not there on launch, so I'm not 100% sure how this is going to happen. Now, this one's going to be when you finish part 3, okay? Part 3 is going to give you this. Now, who should you use it on? This is actually very important. So, right now, I have 3 main options overall. But I do want to say you don't need to use this right away. You could actually save it, and I honestly recommend saving it. I might make a whole video just talking about you saving it. Okay. So in general, my top pick is On. Now, why? That's because she is long term. In terms of long term longevity, having a dupe available to just get for free on is really good, because this is gonna be, wait, no, sorry, yeah, this is On. Okay, I'm tweaking. I swear they changed it. I feel like, bro, I swear there's a Mandela effect, because holy shit, I swear this was not it, but they maybe changed the wording. Anyway, the whole party's attack is going to increase by 25% when she activates Leviathan Rose. So this means a free attack buff. Okay, it's very, very simple. It's just very simple. Basically, whenever she does fire damage, she gets Passion. Then at 4 stacks of Passion, she gets Leviathan Rose, and that's going to give an attack buff and also help her, right? So that's very important. So I think long-term, number one pick in my opinion is On. However, Marion is also just as good, but you would have to wait. I would say Ons might be more useful, but Marion is going to be long-term better because supports just outlive the DPSs. But this is going to be a 20% penetration for 2 turns when overhealing, which you're going to do a lot. So if you want to get this, I think these are the 2 best by far. However, I don't even know how this is going to work to be able to get Marions, but you might not even pull her right away because you might not summon on her banner. So for most people, I recommend On. Okay, just getting On's dupe 1 for the awareness 1, I think it's the best. However, second is Marion. Okay, I think it is good, but On is also just going to give an attack buff, which is nice and could actually just be good for the supports too. And herself, obviously herself. I think it's just going to be nice, right? But if you want to get Marions, you can. I just think Ons is better. Then if you got a bunch of On dupes already, maybe you could go for Morganas. But Morganas, I personally, I don't even think you need to build Morgana in some cases. A lot of people are arguing that you don't even need, that Luful is better because Luful is not going to overheal you. And this is almost an overheal, right? But if you want, for some reason, you're dying a lot, maybe you can. However, I think this is last priority. Personally, I do think so. I would say On or Marion are the 2 optimal picks, and then Mona is there, but I just don't think it's worth it. All right, now let's get on to the weapons. So the first weapon is going to be between Ryuji, On, and Morgana, and then the second one is going to be the last part, which it says any standard pick. However, I was talking to the Jocks, which just follow him, please, genuinely follow him, turn on notifs, amazing account for Persona. He said it's only between these 3 also. So I'm going to operate as if it's only these 3. And if not, I'm going to update it in the pinned right away. So for this one, I think it's pretty no-brainer with what I've been saying. I mean, it's On, right? You're going to pick On because it's going to give fire damage, okay? And then also you're going to burn just when Leviathan Rose ends. And then also increase more fire damage for each enemy that burns. And yeah, no, it's just going to be really good. The amount of damage increase she's going to get from this, I think, is going to be very, very good. So yes, I think you're going to start with On, especially if she's her main DPS. If you are going for Joker, you don't need to go for this. You can maybe go for Morganas, but I do think that Ons, even if you have Joker in a lot of cases, will be good long-term, especially. Long-term, it's like a killer, okay? So this is what I'm saying. A lot of people care for this long-term because Persona is going to last a while. The amount of money that they're making without JP or global is insane. And this game is going to be very big in JP, very big globally, so you're going to last a while. The game has a lot of content they could add. So I do not think you're going to get burnt out because it's not an over-stimulation of content, but it's not zero content. So I think long-term, if you are planning and you're locked in, go for Ons. Now, you can get Morgana's. I am not the biggest fan of it because it's basically increasing Morgana's damage and stuff. And I'm like, okay, that's all right? It could definitely help with the kit, but it's not like the best, right? It's not the best. Now, if Yao Ling's is there, you could get Yao Ling's. You could definitely get Yao Ling's because it's going to increase speed and also increase damage, right? So it's going to increase the team's damage. Yeah. So this is insane. This is actually really good. It's going to be a nice little damage increase. So I think you could definitely actually try and get this weapon. My top 2 picks are On and Yao Ling if you can, but I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I'll update it if it's more than just the 3. But yes, you could get 2 weapons from Luful's business plan. 2 5-stars, 1 character, and 1 dupe, and then a 5-star from the beginner banner. So that's going to be it. Marion, if she's on it, I think hers will be good because it's going to increase max HP, healing effect, which is going to be good for her. And then look, when continuing that to increase all allies' damage dealt by 25 to 49%. If for whatever reason Marion's is on there, which credit to the Jocks for this, and also Red Harf, and Poseidon, I guess, whatever. you're gonna want to choose this, I think, definitely next to Ons. Like, you can go between Ons and Marions. I think Marion and On have the highest value, and that's kind of just how it's gonna go. So let's do a quick recap and finish it off. Because they're a DPS, I think the first 5-star you're going to select from the beginner banner will be On. You're going to finish this first, and then afterwards you're going to go to this. If you don't have Morgana, you pick Morgana. If you have Morgana, you pick Ryuji, and you have all three. There you go, bada bing, bada boom. The dupe is going to be either between On, and if you are planning on something for Marion, a very good future support, which I talked about in a past video, then you're going to actually go for Marion, right? One of the two. Okay, Marion is more future-proof than On, but On is also very good. Okay, so these are the two top picks, and that's pretty much just it. I don't think any of them are worth it besides those two. Now, for the weapons, okay? For this one, I think On is the way to go for the first weapon, and the second weapon, if there is Yao Ling, sorry, it's going to be Yao Ling if there isn't Marion. But if there is Marion, I think you get Marion's weapon, because Marion is also going to be on the standard banner and going to be very easy to get long term. Okay, so I think first pick is On, and second pick would be Marion if she's on the banner, because everyone's going to end up having Marion in a while, right? But still is a very good pick if Marion's on here. If Marion's not on here, then I would settle for Yao Ling personally. So yeah, that's going to be it. And if you don't have Yao Ling, then just choose Morgana's. But what you could do for that second weapon, instead of just wasting it on Morgana, if you're not going to use Morgana, is save the box and only use it once you get Yao Ling. Once you get Yao Ling, you could then activate the weapon or select the weapon, and then there you go. So that's going to be it. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you for watching this video. Like the video and subscribe for more content. Thank you so much for the support. It's been so fun making videos on this game. I love it. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you soon for the stream.